Well, welcome to Connections for the 2025-26 school year. My name is Doug Heyman. I'm the principal for our Connections homeschool program. I'm going to be doing a series of podcasts throughout the year just to help with our communication for our parents. And so this first one's going to just be kind of an introduction and where everybody is and what they're doing kind of stuff. Because there's been a lot of changes since all of the budget cuts and so forth within the Kenai Peninsula Borough School District. Like I said, my name's Doug Heyman. I'm the principal, but we have an office in Seward that I help oversee as well. And we have one down in Homer, and then, of course, this one here in Soldotna. And down in Seward, we still have the same staff that we always had, and that's Julie Lindquist and Laura Haskins. Julie does everything, as well as all of the secretarial and excursion kind of planning and stuff. As she works part time, but it seems like she gets as much done as any full time person. And Laura does K 12. Now, in years past, Laura has just been focusing on the Seward area, but because of our needed to expand some of her duties, she's also going to be helping with all of the surrounding areas. So basically, if you're not in the Soldotna Kenai area, or you're not in the larger Homer area, Laura is going to be helping you. And a lot of that is going to be electronically, through Zoom or whatever. So we're going to make it as easy as possible for all of our families to get the support that they need. And then in Homer, we're going to have Jerry, who's going to be our secretary down there, and she'll be doing all those things. She gets a lot of support through the financials and even the record keeping from the Soldotna office, but she does all of the intake scheduling and all of those things that magically happen. So a big thank you and shout out to her. Connie is going to be down there still, and she's going to be doing a lot of things. That office is going to be kind of a K-12. Everybody's going to be doing K-12 because Homer is unique, and we're going to be trying to support folks as family units, but it's really going to be case by case too. So we'll get it done. Everything will happen. It's just going to be a little bit. Well, we're going to have to just communicate really well. So, and then but Derek will be down there. Now he'll mostly be doing high school, folks with high school, but he also does K-12, and he always has, with families and so forth. And then Joanna is going to be back there. She was there a couple of years ago, Joanna Funkert, and she'll be back this year, and she'll be helping mostly elementary, but again, K-12, whatever works best for our families, that's what we're going to do. So now in Soldotna, we've got a larger staff because we support the entire district through this one office. Our secretarial staff, let me start with Rachel. Rachel's going to be basically our receptionist, first person you see when you come in, but she also helps with all of the vendors and all of that stuff. So she's going to be your point of contact, whether you are first in the office or you're somebody who works with us as a vendor. And then we also have Heidi, who inputs data and is kind of one of our IT go tos. But again, everybody does everything, whatever it needs done. That's what we do. And then Jennifer, she does all of the financial stuff, every penny that comes through the entire program. Jennifer works with those folks and makes sure that all those get improved, all of the shipping costs get paid for, and all the fun stuff, all of the things that you never really think about. How does that happen? Well, probably Jennifer did it. And then Claudia, she's sort of the office manager slash of all things, but also she is the only level 3 secretary, which means she's the only one who actually does the record keeping on the transcript level. So she did the official stuff, and so that's Claudia, and all of those things magically happen. And again, I've kind of isolated them as their task, but really everybody does whatever needs to be done. And then here in Soldotna, we've got Kelly and Sarah and Lisa, who are going to be focused mostly on elementary, basically K-12, well, pre-K and 12, or not pre-K and 8 for the most part. But again, if it needs to be done, we have a family unit that needs to stick together and work with one advisor instead of trying to make appointments for 2 or 3. We're going to make that happen. And then Jesse and Byron, same kind of thing, mostly high school. But if they've got a family that needs, to stay with one appointment and so forth, we'll make that work. And then we've also have our special ed now. Desiree and Jamie will be working for the whole district as far as special ed. If you have a student that has an IEP, either Desiree or Jamie will be working with you, but then they also work with the individual advisors as well. So if your student has an IEP, then you basically have two advisors. And so that's going to be sort of the end of the today's podcast, just an introduction of where everybody's at and how we're going to get it done. Bottom line is we're going to get it done, and we're going to make sure that you get everything that you need. We'll do it as timely as possible. And my job, is to keep a lid on it. Communicate and to work with our district and also even our borough folks and at the state level too. One of the things that I'm working on right now is to see if we can get a better program than the COMA program that we do with our financials. And that'll make it easier. I won't go into too great a detail because that would be premature, but if things line out this year, we'll be switching over to a different kind of program. And that program, one of the things that you'll notice about it is that the shipping will go straight to you instead of through the warehouse if you want it to. And so, anyway, enough of that. And yeah, if you have any questions, you've already found us on the website. You're always welcome to give us a call. And the process is something else I will go through in another podcast as far as how to get things done. And it's been a pleasure. And thank you very much. Welcome to Connections.